This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
If you hate down and dirty in the trenches, hard-nosed, tough-as-nails football, change the channel right now, because that's all News Channel Nebraska is going to be showing you for the next 2.5 hours or so. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Albion, Nebraska. Tonight's Nebraska Public Power District matchup features Battle Creek and Boone Central in Class C2 football. Nebraska Public Power District always there when you need them. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lou, these two teams, rivals in every sport, but in football, they've only played twice in the last decade. It's nice to see the Braves and Cardinals playing football again.
Well, first of all, I want to ask all the parents to put the kids to bed, please, because this is going to be a physical game. You're right. Both these teams play very similar styles. They like to run the football. They like to be very physical. They're usually big and strong up front. The difference right now, I think, is Battle Creek has got a little bit more experience, maybe a little bit more size, and then Boone Central comes to this game a little bit banged up. But it is good to see these two teams play. It absolutely is.
No better atmosphere on a Friday night than Albion, Nebraska. I can assure you of that. Lou mentioned some changes to the starting lineup. We'll get into that, talk about the key players, hear from coaches. Much more to come. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportsco.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back to the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska tonight, live from Albion as the Boone Central Cardinals get set to host the Braves of Battle Creek. Boone Central coming into this one 1-1, Lou, and boy, you talk about the next man up philosophy when it comes to football. That's certainly the case for Boone Central tonight. Brogan Bennis has been a very good running back for them over the first two games. Tonight, he's their quarterback because of injury. Safe to say that they're going to need him to do it with his legs and potentially his arms tonight if the Cardinals are going to get the win.
Yeah, he's got 234 yards rushing in the first two games, has not had a rushing touchdown yet. He may have to throw a touchdown before he runs a touchdown. It's a position that he has not played a lot, but it's kind of, you're right, next man up. He's a fantastic athlete, good guy to have back there. He'll make plays. How many? Is it going to be enough to beat Battle Creek? We'll find out.
Meanwhile, Battle Creek, look, you know the deal with the Braves. They're going to run right at you, and they've got yet another talented running back already in the end zone 4 times. Wyatt Narodzik taking advantage of the holes the offensive line's been opening for him.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns and 219 yards, a little over 100 yards a game. I think he's going to get a lot of touches here tonight. I think they're going to want to run the football at Boone Central, control tempo, control time of possession. Wyatt Narodzik will be very big in that aspect.
Well, Mark Hudson and Andrew Carlson, two coaches who know a lot. You'll hear from them next in our coaches' interviews, brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy, where their mission is your health. Back after this, you're watching News Channel Nebraska.
We're here at Faith Regional and getting ready to learn more about cervical cancer. Let's talk to the doctors who treat it. Joined by Dr. Linnea Steins, an obstetrician and gynecologist with Faith Regional Physician Services. Our topic is cervical cancer, and let's begin by talking about screenings. What can you expect with those?
Yes. Screening for cervical cancer is generally done at the well woman exam. We generally start the pap smears at age 21 unless there is a concern sooner. But at least at age 21 we do the pap smear testing. And depending on your age and your history, sometimes we also add the HPV testing as well, which is the human papillomavirus. And if there's any concerns with either one of those tests, then we generally bring you back to the office to discuss.
What are some of the symptoms or the signs of cervical cancer that people should be on the lookout?
Unfortunately, cervical cancer is generally asymptomatic when a person is diagnosed. So they generally don't even know anything's wrong most commonly, which is why it's so important to be screened. However, if a woman does have symptoms of cervical cancer, it can be irregular or heavy bleeding or bleeding after intimacy. Other times, some women will have some abnormal discharge as well.
What are some of the preventative steps that can be taken to prevent having to deal with this?
We have really great options now. One of them is the HPV vaccine, that human papillomavirus vaccine, that has been approved, which can help prevent women from getting the HPV strain, which then go on to cause cervical cancer. And then otherwise, the pap smear is a wonderful test that we have that helps screen women for cervical cancer.
As far as treatments, what can be done to help out?
So if a woman is diagnosed with cervical cancer, they are generally referred on to a gynecologist, oncologist, and there's many different treatment options, whether that be surgery, chemo, or radiation if needed.
You're still trying to prevent as much as possible, so when should people get screened?
Women should be screened for cervical cancer at least at age 21, if not sooner, like I said, if concerns arise. And then at age 21, it's generally every couple of years, depending on their history, up until generally women in their mid to late 60s can then discuss whether or not they want to continue to have cervical cancer screening done or not with their gynecologist.
Dr. Steins, thanks so much for lending your expertise.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the pregame show. I'm joined now by head coach of the Boone Central Cardinals, Mark Hudson. Coach, long time no see. It seems like it's been about a week. You guys played Norfolk Catholic last week, and a bit of a tough loss. Probably the worst part about that loss was you guys got some players banged up. But what's the roster look like tonight, and how's that going to affect your game plan?
Well, we don't got to be tight-lipped anymore. Yeah, we've got an all-state DN that's going to come back in a couple weeks, but he won't be here tonight, so that's going to affect our defense and offensive line. A couple of quarterbacks. One was we were keeping quiet, but preseason got hurt and can't throw very good or not at all. And then last week's starter, he's got a sprain, so precautionary. He's not going to be here tonight. So they're all going to come back. None of it's season ending, but it's just unfortunate tonight that we got a lot of guys moved around. But our kids are resilient and they've handled the adversity this week and they're ready for the challenge.
Well, I understand that Mr. Benish, everything running back, is going to play a little quarterback. Has he had a chance to do that before?
8th grade, I think. I think he did some in 8th grade. He was a little banged up last week too, so hopefully he holds together tonight. He's just he's a phenomenal running back, so we're just going to snap it to him. He can throw it a little bit, but we're just going to see what we can do there.
Well, absolutely. Now, you've got a very tough opponent tonight. It doesn't help when you're banged up and you got Battle Creek coming to town with a bunch of big dudes, a physical football team. What's the plan against a team like that, and how are you guys going to hang around and try to get something done in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it's tough. They've got some really good defensive linemen. I'll flip over and play offensive line. They're big all the way across the board. They're bigger than anybody we've seen so far this year. So that'll be a challenge. We've got to run the ball. We've challenged our offensive line just to double those guys or read those guys so that maybe Benish can get through. And if we can get them to the second level, they've got some really good linebackers and DBs. But we think he'll obviously match up a little bit better with those guys. So just trying to get us a crease through that line and just ball control and keep it on the ground.
As always, Coach, thanks for joining us, and best of luck in tonight's ball game.
You bet, appreciate it. Great night tonight. Thanks for the coverage, guys.
Absolutely. That's head coach Mark Hudson of Boone Central. Folks, stick around. More pregame show is coming up next. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Welcome back to the pregame show. I'm joined now by head coach of the Battle Creek Braves, Andrew Carlson. Coach, pretty impressive start so far. You're 2-0. You know, you've got a lot of experience coming back. You've got size. What have you liked about your team so far this season?
I like our steady improvement we've had from week 1 to week 2, and now we're looking forward to take that next step week 3.
Yeah, one of the things you like to do a lot is run the football, and you've got a really quality running back that's kind of a new starter, and Wyatt Narodzik. What has he added to what you've already brought in this season with the experience?
You know, he's a very physical runner, and that'll show tonight. And one thing that's kind of maybe doesn't go noticed as much as his patience. I think he's a very patient runner. He lets his blocks develop in front of him, and then he finds his gap, and he really hits it.
Always a tough assignment coming on the road to play. You've got the Class C1 defending state champions in Boone Central. Now, they're a younger team, and they're pretty banged up tonight. What do you expect out of them? What's it going to take for Battle Creek to be 3-0 after this one?
Well, they're still a quality football team. You know, they did graduate a big senior class, but what I've seen on film, they look good. They do a lot of good things, and they compete really hard, which is a sign of a championship program. So we know we're going to get 4 quarters of their best effort. So it's going to be important for us to answer that intensity that they're going to bring and bring our own, and just play hard for 4 quarters.
Well, Coach, really appreciate you joining us. Best of luck in tonight's game.
Hey, thanks for the coverage.
Absolutely. That's head coach Andrew Carlson. Folks, stick around. Big football game coming up next. Battle Creek takes on Boone Central right after this on NCN.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice for our summer clearance sale and drive away in a new Ford F-150, Escape Expedition, Edge, or Explorer. With approved credit, receive 0% financing with 0 down payment and 0 payments for 90 days. That's right, our 000 sale. Shop now while selection's best during our biggest sale of the year. The Ford summer clearance with 0%, 0 down, and no payments for 90 days at Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
My name is Tad Bruning, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think a homeowner should choose to work with Elkhorn Valley Bank because we are right here in your community. We know the market, we know all the ins and outs of what real estate is, and we are ready to help you build your financial future and prosper in our community. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Boone Central taking the field in Albion as we get set for the Cardinals against the Braves of Battle Creek here on News Channel Nebraska. Let's talk School Spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Battle Creek, they have made 37 trips to the football playoffs, seventh most in Nebraska history. They've been in the postseason 16 straight years, have been to 9 state title games and won 4 state titles. Boone Central, not too shabby either, 19 trips as a consolidated school district, 6 title game appearances, 3 state championships, including in Class C1 a year ago. That's your School Spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Boone Central will be kicking away. Back deep to receive for Battle Creek will be Casey Schnabel and Aiden Pokop. Battle Creek in their road whites, Boone Central, their home reds were underway. Glad to be back in Albion for high school football on News Channel Nebraska, and right away you get some hard hitting as Pocock takes it to the 27. Let's talk starting lineups, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. That offensive line averages 230, anchored by 275-pound left tackle Dawson Amick, the Air Force committer, returning All-Stater. Defensively for Boone Central, 2 new starters on defense. They are without Thomas Roberts, the star D lineman who's committed to play North Dakota State. He will not be playing this evening. This is going to be a very different-looking Boone Central team than the one you saw a week ago against Norfolk Catholic. And no surprise, we see Battle Creek on the ground right away, and here's the thing. Boone Central's got some guys out. They've still got a load of talent. That time, Cade Hudson makes the stop on Narodzik after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Cade Hudson got up underneath him. Dalton Young also in on that play. Get to the ball carrier quickly. We talk about that a lot. You're going to see a lot of, I think, just pressure into that backfield for Battle Creek, and you're going to try to force them to throw the football.
Out of the gun, Jackson Metler has not been forced to throw a whole lot this year, only attempted 6 passes in their victory a week ago. Here's Narodzik out of the backfield, falling forward across the 30. To the 33-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be third and about 5 coming up.
No secret what really both of these teams want to do. Narodzik's going to get a lot of touches tonight. And for Battle Creek, you got to believe it's going to be a little bit like the old Husker philosophy. Pound away, pound away, pound away. And then by late third, early fourth quarter, those 2-3-yard gains become 5, 6, 7, maybe even 40. Who knows?
Narodzik averaged 6 a carry last week in their 28-13 victory over Aquinas. Metler on the keeper on 3rd and 4, looking for room to the edge, gets the corner. Great blocking on the outside. Metler steps out of bounds around midfield. But a great quarterback scamper, gain of 14, moves the sticks for Battle Creek.
Yeah, it's just a good blocking out in front of him. In that case, Metler was not, he wasn't flying around that corner. He's just waiting for his blocks to develop and follow it around that right side for the first down.
Replays brought to you in part by Madison County Bank, here to help you grow. Also by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. Just shy of midfield, 1st and 10 on play action. It's Metler. Little flare pass in the flat, bobbled, caught, but that cost him yardage. That's Casey Schnabel, his 3rd reception of the year, the fullback, out across midfield into Boone Central territory. Good concentration.
Anybody that throws to the fullback is my favorite team. That's a good job just to stay with it. You figure he's probably not, Schnabel is probably not the guy that you're going to count on to make a bunch of big catches, but he does a good job there to bobble it, but stay with it, catch that football, and pick up a nice gain there on 1st down.
Schnabel was their leading rusher a week ago, 109 yards, averaged 15 yards a carry last week against Aquinas. 2nd and 5. Metler on the keeper, trying to cut back, and there's Boone Central ready for him. Wrestled down in the backfield, big Dalton Young brings him down. Young, the 215-pound senior, no gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Young twice now on this drive. We've seen him in the backfield. Good pressure, fight off the block, and get in there and make that tackle.
Senior linebacker had 8 tackles in that loss to Norfolk Catholic a week ago. Is their leading tackler, 22 coming into tonight, had 14 in their 14-0 win over Cedar Catholic in week 1.
Need a really good team effort tonight without Thomas Roberts at that defensive end spot.
Aiden Wentz in motion on 3rd and 5. He'll try to get it on the ground and will not get there. Great pursuit. That's Cody Andreessen, the junior. No gain, and now it's decision time for Battle Creek on 4th and 5.
Yeah, 4th and 5 inside Boone Central territory, about the 47-yard line. Kind of, it's a long football game. Do you gamble here? I mean, I think you like your defense. Battle Creek only giving up 13 points this first 2 ball games.
Got a pretty good punter. Connor Newholfen averages 34 yards a punt. Had a 45-yarder last week against Aquinas. They are punting, but it took them a while because they only had 10 guys on the field. So Newholfen in punt formation, back deep for Boone Central as Andreessen.
Must be Newholfen's shoes, so he's back there. Those bright gold shoes.
He's got the punter's shoes, and Boone Central.
There you go.
Or Battle Creek, rather, not going to get the playoff in time, moves him back 5, although that delay a game, honestly, if you're a punter, you might take those 5 yards. Gives you a little bit more room to operate. Better chance of pinning them deep.
Yeah, I think you're all right with that penalty. It's a 5-yard penalty. It doesn't really hurt you. And if you got a big leg, you feel like you got a little bit more room to kick the football.
Good spiraling kick, Andreessen backwards, muffed it, and Battle Creek's on it at the 13-yard line. Andreessen had trouble catching up to it. He can't haul it in, and Battle Creek's drive continues. Take another look.
Yeah, calling for that fair catch. It just did not come up with it.
And it's Wentz, the senior, who wraps it up, and Battle Creek keeps the drive going. 1st and 10 from the Boone Central 14. Boy, Coach Hudson's defense gets a huge stop, but they have to stay on the field.
Yeah, those mistakes you've got to really minimize against Battle Creek. You can't allow to give the Braves the short field. And you felt like you had a little bit of momentum stopping Battle Creek on that first possession. Now that's gone. You got to try to keep them out of the end zone now.
That was a good punt, 40-yard punt. Now Battle Creek 1st and 10, going with a change of pace back inside the 10, driving forward. That's Aiden Pocock. 75 yards rushing on the season coming into tonight. Gets 7 there at 2nd and 3.
Yeah, you had good first down carry, sets yourself up. Sometimes when you get inside that 10, that's difficult because it takes away some of your offense based on just where you're at on the field. And so but this sort of offense, this powerful run game, generally Battle Creek is pretty good in that red zone.
I formation, Pocock the deep back on 2nd and 3. Mettler on play action. Underneath, has a man, 1st down, spinning forward. They'll say shy of the end zone. That was Naradzik out of the backfield, down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Wow. That looked like a touchdown where we're a long way away. The official's right on there, but boy, that's really
just
close.
Short.
Really close.
So 1st and goal from about the 1-inch line. You got Naradzik, the fullback, Pocock, the deep back, 1 receiver split wide. Pocock up the middle, in the end zone, touchdown, Battle Creek. Aiden Pocock's 2nd rushing touchdown this season.
Well, if you're going to come on the road and you're going to play a team like Boone Central, you want to take advantage of their mistakes. Battle Creek does exactly that. You get the fumble and just a short drive into the end zone, finished off by a powerful run by Pocock. Offensive line, and Pocock just straight ahead, nothing fancy. They put the ball in the end zone.
Now Hudson last on for the extra point, 9 of 10 on PATs this season. Already a lot of practice kicking extra points for Battle Creek this season. He's true there. 6:37 to go, opening quarter. Battle Creek strikes first. It's 7-0. This is high school football on NCN.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Beautiful evening in Northeast Nebraska. Beautiful start to the game for Battle Creek. They're up 7-0 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Nice return there by Jaden Hageman, the senior. Gets it out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and we'll see Boone Central's offense now for the first time with Brogan Benish in at quarterback. Started the year basically as their third-string option at quarterback, and now here we are, the running back, the signal caller in week 3.
Yeah, Battle Creek has 9 plays already in the first quarter and a touchdown after that fumble on the punt return. Now pretty good setup there by the special teams.
How about this? They're not afraid of their backup quarterback. 4 wide on 1st and 10. Benish will keep. Very good runner, has some room. Out across the 45 to the 47-yard line, gain of 6. Benish came into tonight 234 yards on the ground. But tonight filling in for the injured Jacob Miller at quarterback. Might see a lot of that tonight as we've got a Battle Creek player slow to get up.
Benish is a good, as you mentioned, a really good runner. And I like the idea of spreading that defense out and allowing him to try to, Coach Hudson talked about hitting those creases. You spread that defense out a little bit and those creases become a little bit more available.
Gavin Olson down for Battle Creek. Training staff out to check on him. We'll take a quick break, come back. You're watching high school football on NCN.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Good news for Battle Creek. Olson able to get off the field on his own power, but he's not there on this 2nd and 4 play. Fake the handoff. Benish the cut, not much. Naradzik hits him first. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 4 as we reach the halfway point of our first quarter, which is brought to you tonight by Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, they're building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day.
We'll see how Battle Creek elects to defense this Boone Central attack. I think, you're going to have to dare them to throw, right? You're going to have to kind of, plug up that line area and force them to come outside and force them to try to throw the football with Benish, who's an outstanding athlete, just a guy that hasn't played a lot of quarterback.
Well, and there's an adjustment that has to be made, right? They found out when they got here that Benish was the quarterback. 3rd down 4 from the 47. Benish to the air. Slant route overthrown, playing in traffic. Trying to get it to Andreessen. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I think you can play man-on-man against the receivers. Even if they spread you out, you're just going to dare Benish to make plays through the air. If Boone Central is able to run the football against Battle Creek, then you've got a problem. I think you're going to dare them, try to shut down that running game and force Benish to complete passes.
4th down and 4. We'll see what Boone Central elects to do. They have a very consistent punter as well, Dalton Young. Although it is not him back to punt for Boone Central. Looks like it's Cade Hudson, actually, in punt formation. Had been Dalton Young coming into tonight as their main punter. From the 47, Hudson almost blocked. Takes a Boone Central roll across the 20, keeps trickling inside the 15, down to the 9-yard line. Very, very good punt there. 43 yards, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10, Battle Creek deep in their own territory.
How important is the punting game? That's such an overlooked part of it. I mean, look at the field position that has changed. Battle Creek gets the ball inside the 10-yard line, just inside the 10-yard line. You got 90 yards to go, which obviously is a lot farther than, say, 65 or 70.
You see Coach Andrew Carlson there. 13th year at the helm of the Braves, 101 wins, 35 losses, 7 trips to the semifinals.
Wow. People focus on the fact they haven't won any of those. Yeah, how hard is it to get there 7 times? You got to be pretty darn good.
13 years. They made it 5 years in a row over one stretch. Mettler wants to go to the air. Lost the football. Still alive. Who's got it? It's on the ground. I think Boone Central's got it. They do. Cade Hudson comes out of the pile after a bizarre play there. Goes the Cardinals' way.
Watch this ball just kind of squirt out of his hands. Right there. I don't know if that was tipped or not. It must have been. But it goes up in the air, and then it's just who wants it the most. And Cade Hudson comes away with it. Big, big break for the Cardinals.
So the Cardinals now have it 1st and goal. Well, they could use some breaks going their way, right? After the week they've had. 1st and goal from the 10. It's Benish up the gut. Falls forward. That's one advantage, if you want to look at it, for Coach Hudson, in that you can spread them out, and you've got your running back getting direct snaps every time and a running start into the line.
Yeah, and not just a running back either, a really good running back in Brogan Benish. He's going to be special before his career is over. He's a junior. And, Boone Central was so loaded last year with talent. You got a guy like Benish getting a chance to really shine now that all those seniors have left.
From the 8, bit of a low snap. Benish slips in the backfield trying to make his cut. He had some big boys in white bearing down on him. Connor Heidemann, all 270 pounds of him, was right there ready. Loss of 2, it'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I don't like 270 pounds falling on me, just saying. But in this case, they didn't have much choice. Now you got to find a play. Now it's basically, it is 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal from the 10. And for Battle Creek, you got to keep everything in front of you. Don't let somebody get behind you. But we'll see if they try to roll Benish out and give him a RPO situation.
3rd and goal from the 10. In motion is Jude Spann. Benish on the rollout. Pursuit coming from Battle Creek. Benish gets the edge. Curls inside the 5. It'll be 4th down, but 4th and 3, 4th and 4.
Yeah.
We'll see what Boone Central elects to do.
I think they're going to go for it here. I think I think if you're Mark Hudson, you've got to put some touchdowns on the board tonight. Even if you come away empty, you're going to leave Battle Creek in lousy field position again inside the 5, most likely. And it does look like they're going to go for it.
See Coach Hudson there. 10th year here at Boone Central. 10-4 all-time in the playoffs. Won the state title last year. Also coached successfully at Ravenna. Played football at UNK back in the day.
Looks like he could still play, too.
Absolutely. Big 4th down here. 4th and goal from the 4. They're going to option. Benish. Cuts didn't get there. Battle Creek's defense was ready for it. Looked like Dawson Amick might have been the first to hit him. And Battle Creek deal with a short field. They get the stop.
Look, that snap was low. He had to go down and get it. That throws that play off by just a second or two and really allows that Battle Creek defense to get in position to make the play. And boy, Battle Creek, a good stop after giving up the fumble. How can Boone Central keep Battle Creek back in this area inside the 5-yard line?
Battle Creek starting basically from the 3-yard line. 1st and 10 after the defensive stop. They'll keep it on the ground. Narodzik works through 2 hard hits, works forward for about 6. It'll be second down.
A really good first down carry. Narodzik. That's one thing Coach talked about is just being patient, allow that, that hole in front of you to develop, and then fire through it. You saw a little bit of that there.
It was Schnabel carrying the ball, not Narodzik.
They're
You've
both
got a 28 and 26 that are both very similar in stature.
Look at those guys. They're like twins out there.
Now, it's easy for us to say that. They've got helmets on. Second down, call it 4. There's Schnabel again through the hole, first down. Out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's a good 7-yard gain. Again, Schnabel averaged 15 a carry against Aquinas a week ago. Went over the century mark on just 7 carries.
Yeah, 156 yards on the year and a touchdown. He also has a couple receptions. But they do have very similar styles.
They really do.
They are patient runners. They run physically. And, good running backs allow the front, especially the front they've got, which is a big physical front, allow them to make the block and then get through the hole.
Narodzik set up almost like a tight end on this first down play. They give it to Schnabel again, bouncing off the right side, tripped up across the 20. It'll be second down, but this is going to be the game plan for Battle Creek tonight. If you're hammering off 4 or 5 yards on first down, no reason to try anything else.
Yeah, controlling the line of scrimmage. If you can run the ball on first down consistently, you've got a great chance to win the game. And I got to believe at some point they'll mix in a play-action pass for Jackson Metler. We've seen Metler. He's a pretty good thrower.
They've not used him much this year, just 59 yards through the air. They haven't needed it, quite frankly. On second down, right up the gut, still churning forward. Out of the pile comes Narodzik. Out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. That's an 8-yard gain and a first down for the Braves.
Well, you got Narodzik playing fullback. That time they go to the fullback. Narodzik, Schnabel, Narodzik. It doesn't really matter at this point. Those guys are both getting big carries every time.
Yeah, and stylistically, really, you could line up one as a fullback, one as a tailback, switch them.
Yeah, you really could.
Twin receivers to the left of Metler. Narodzik now in motion on 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Again, this drive started at the 3. Metler on play action, pressured and sacked. Boone Central got through. That's Will Roberts, the 215-pound sophomore, bringing Metler down for a loss of 8.
Well, there's still Roberts out there. This is Will Roberts instead. But Will makes a big-time play. We figured there'd be a play action mixed in there somewhere. And it kind of backfired on Battle Creek that time. A 10-yard loss. It brings up second down and 20. Roberts makes the big play for the Cardinals.
Maybe one more play in this quarter. Roberts coming into tonight had 4 tackles on the season. He's on the end where normally his brother Thomas Roberts would be. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. We told you, hard hitting. Pretty good defensive football so far. Battle Creek leads 7-0. Second quarter coming up on NCN.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together, and together we go further.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
One quarter in the books in beautiful Boone County, Nebraska. Live from Albion alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. 1 quarter in the books. Battle Creek has dominated time of possession, come up with some big defensive stops, but just 7-0 on the scoreboard, and a 2nd and long coming up. Look, Boone Central shorthanded tonight. That's still the Cardinals. That's still a tough team, and they're playing hard tonight.
You know, like Coach Carlson said, this team going to play hard. This is a program led by Mark Hudson that's going to play 4 quarters. It doesn't matter who's out there. So you've got to play well. I think the difference in that first quarter, both teams turned it over. Battle Creek was the team to put points on the scoreboard, and Boone Central unable to do so after their fumble.
2nd down 20 after the sack of Mettler, back at the 18-yard line. Little option play. Mettler keeps it up the middle. Gets the loss back and then some. Out across the 30 to the 36-yard line. Boy, that was a nifty little option fake. Mettler gets 16.
Yeah, I like the call. Like that play, look at the hole there. The play was going outside, and Boone Central kind of that on the end there chased that out. Good block at the point of attack, left that hole wide open, and boy, Mettler. I think, you know, we talked about that he's a very capable thrower. He's an excellent runner as well. Got some good backs. They always have the big, strong backs, but it seems like they always have a quarterback like Mettler that's a capable thrower and a good runner.
From 2nd and 20 to 3rd and 2, now to 1st and 10. Out to the 40 goes Casey Schnabel. Gain of 4, or that was Narazic who carried it, I think. I don't know. Somebody from Battle Creek with a 2 on their jersey got 4 yards and moved the stick.
Yeah, I have a theory they're the same guy. They just cloned one of them.
Give 128, 126 to throw him off the scent. 1st and 10 from the 40. One receiver split wide. And essentially 3 running backs in, 2 of them lined up as tight ends. To the near side, they go with a misdirection. Inside give Pocop. Finds a hole, 1st down into Boone Central territory. Well, that was a slow developing play, Lou, but Pocop was patient and got 12 out of it.
Yeah, I didn't, when that first started out, I didn't think they were going to get anything out of that. But watch the misdirection. Come to the left side of that offensive line, and Pocop gets a nice gain. And now Boone Central sees Battle Creek cross their 50-yard line.
There you see assistant coach for Battle Creek, Brad Otis, on your screen there. He knows a thing or two about high-quality football. Former NFL player.
Still a big fella.
Still enormous. 1st and 10 from the 48. They go with a Schnabel that time. He gets nothing, maybe a yard. Good interior push there. Looked like Camden Redler, among others, in on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, you say it a lot because you see a lot of running teams around the state, but 1st down's so important. You've got to get the other team off schedule. If you can get these running teams, you get one of them off schedule and force them to do things they're a little uncomfortable with, you got a chance to win. And Boone Central struggled to do that here. That's a good stop there. Only giving up about half a yard there on 1st down.
2nd and 9 from the 47. Pitch. Near side, Schnabel hit hard out across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Jude Spann makes the stop after a 3-yard gain. 2nd quarter here brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. The 3rd down 5. Call it a gain of 4 there for Schnabel, his 6th carry. Battle Creek has spread the wealth. They've only passed it twice. Both have been completions. Now a big 3rd down here coming up.
Well, I think if you're Battle Creek, you're probably still thinking 4 downs once you're inside Boone Central's territory.
MJ Rogge in motion to the top of your screen. They go up the middle. Schnabel bounces off a defender, still churning across 1st down yardage to the 36-yard line, a 7-yard gain. Just a simple HB dive gets them the yardage they need.
Yeah, just a dive play there. Well, you know you're controlling the line of scrimmage when you can run a dive play like that on 3rd and 5 and pick up the 1st down. And that's the concern, I think, now for Boone Central. It's still, relatively early in the game, not even midway through the 2nd quarter, but you worry about getting worn down by that running game and that big offensive line that Battle Creek has.
So 1st and 10, the drive continues. Again, this drive started on their own 3 after the 4th down stop. Now they're at the Boone Central 36. Mettler on play action. Wanted to go for Rogge.
Oh.
Stunted and went, but the pass overthrown. He was open. A flag is down. Would have come back anyway because it's a hold against Battle Creek.
Yeah, it looked like Rogge got held up a little bit. I don't know if he ran into the defender or got held or what, but he just was late coming out of that break. But it wouldn't have mattered here with the holding call.
So that'll mark him back 10 yards. 1st and 20. Well, it depends, I suppose, where the spot is.
See if we can pick up the holding call. I think it was at the top of the screen, I believe. Could not tell which Battle Creek player it was, but I think that's where the hold came from.
1st and 20 now from the 46. 2 receivers to the right. You've got Rogge and Andy Riccio in the slot. A read option play. Boone Central in the backfield. Schnabel gets away. Turns the corner almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Boy, Jaden Hageman had a shot at him in the backfield. Instead, it's a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, watch Hageman. He got his hands on him. Looked like it was going to be a loss. But really good acceleration there by Schnabel to get away from Hageman. And then another really good first down. Now, it's 2nd and 11, but it was 1st and 20. You'll take a 9-yard carry on first down regardless of the down and distance situation.
Just controlling the tempo of this game. Boone Central has run just 7 offensive plays to this point. Battle Creek might have to hurry to get this play off. Quickly to the line on 2nd and 11, and I don't know if they got it. They did not. Now it's going to be false start in their rush to try to get the snap off. Somebody left early. 3rd penalty against Battle Creek this half. 2 steps forward, a few steps back.
Yeah. Penalties have not hurt them yet. But you don't want to keep shooting yourself in the foot.
Now it'll be 2nd and 16 in Boone Central territory at the 42-yard line. Battle Creek trying to get to 3-0 on the year. Outscored their first 2 opponents by a combined 69-13. Did not give up any points this season until the 4th quarter last week against Aquinas. 2nd and long. Schnabel making 2 men miss.
Wow.
My goodness. How about Casey Schnabel, the junior, showing out across the 35 to the 33-yard line? Another chunk play, gets 9.
Casey Schnabel is listed at 5'10", 180, but he plays more like 6'3", 240, I think. He's breaking those tackles. My goodness.
These are good defenders that he's breaking tackles on, too.
Yeah, this is not the Little Sisters of the Poor that they're playing here. This is, granted, a bit of a banged-up team, but still quality athletes across the line there for Boone Central, rather.
Still 3rd and 7. From the 33, they'll keep it on the ground. Mettler up the middle. Look at the hole.
Wow.
The offensive line. Mettler still going. Driving inside the 15. All the way down to the 11-yard line. Well, that's confidence. When it's 3rd and 7, you keep it on the ground, get it, and then some.
A little misdirection again there, and it's really forcing this defense to play, to kind of spread out. We saw Boone Central trying to spread Battle Creek out earlier, and you're right now the Cardinals kind of going for those ball fakes. You know, eye discipline's really important, but Mettler, you got to give him a lot of credit there. Got a lot of extra yards after contact.
22 yards on that gain, 1st and 10 from the Boone Central 11. Narodzik in motion. This time it's Schnabel coming near side, spins forward for about a yard. Actually, no gain. Nice job that time by the defense of Boone Central, led by Cole Lyon, 205-pound senior.
This quarter just ticking away. Battle Creek very methodically running the football, and maybe you'll take some of those penalties, give you a couple extra plays to keep that clock running.
They have not hurt them as of yet. Battle Creek has held the ball for the entirety of the 2nd quarter so far. 2nd and 10. On play action, Mettler. Looking end zone, Rogge makes his cut. Oh, what a move by Mettler, and he's in. Touchdown, Battle Creek. Boone Central had him dead to rights, and Mettler sidesteps his way to 6.
Wow. What a play. Watch Mettler. It looks like he's going to be in trouble, right? He just puts the brakes on and nobody in front of him. Great job to elude the pass rusher and then see that there's nobody behind the line of scrimmage. Just takes it in for the big touchdown there.
And caps off a 97-yard drive. Extra point is missed. Pushed wide. So with 5:50 to go in the half, 13-0, Battle Creek leading. This is NCN.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
Hey, stick around, folks. We've got our halftime highlights coming up at the break, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. 97-yard drive capped off by an 11-yard touchdown run by Jackson Mettler. And now Boone Central's offense will come back out on the field for just the third time. Battle Creek has run 26 offensive plays to Boone Central's 7 to this point.
Yeah, unless you're scoring on big plays, it's going to be very difficult to make that look good. You're going to have to try to put together a drive here. The bad news, if you're Boone Central, is that Battle Creek, as you said, they've controlled the football. They've controlled the clock. There's not a lot of time. There's 5:42 there. That's plenty of time, but it kind of forces you to be very good on every possession if you're going to stay in the game.
26 plays, 24 of them have been running plays. Running play there for Boone Central. On first down, it's Brogan Benish straight ahead for a couple. Brogan Benish has been in on every play offensively. 7 runs and 1 pass so far.
Yeah, I imagine that's not going to change. See if they have maybe a trick play or something up their sleeve before the night's over.
Boone Central began the year with an impressive win, 14-0. Over Cedar Catholic, lost to Norfolk Catholic last week, 36-7. You saw that game right here on NCN. Here's the handoff. Straight up the gut on second down, stood up, driven backwards. Whole bunch of Battle Creek Braves in there, led by Hunter Cruzy, among others. Gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, this district that Battle Creek is in is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a tough schedule. You still got Oakland Craig. You still got Cedar Catholic and Norfolk Catholic both on the road.
Yep. Yeah, whoever wins that district is going to be battle-tested and ready for the postseason.
Yeah,
no doubt
question
about it. 3rd down and 6 upcoming after that 2-yard gain. And as Norfolk Catholic showed last night and last week, they're pretty good again, defending champs. 3rd and 6, they're going to go with a little end around. Wide receiver pass, wide open, Andreessen, first down. Into Boone Central territory. That's Caden Miller, the freshman, also listed as a quarterback on the depth chart. Able to connect with Andreessen for the first down to the 36-yard line.
There's the trick play, bring Caden Miller on the end around, and he pulls up to throw the football. Andreessen wide open. A big gain there for Boone Central. Now you've really got to try to find a way, I think, to put some points on the board here before halftime.
Gain of 29, 1st and 10 from the Battle Creek 36. Benish on the keeper for a couple. Wrapped up, brought down by Isaiah Bleish, 230-pound junior. There's so much size on that Battle Creek line.
A lot of big dudes for really both these teams, but Battle Creek this year has the size advantage. That team last year for Boone Central,
oh boy,
those guys were enormous.
They looked like a small college team.
They
that
did.
Team, the one that C1 last year, that was as dominant a team as C1 has seen in a long time. 2nd and 8. Benish straight up the gut, good hole. Breaks a couple tackles, leans to the 30. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 after that gain of 4, rather 3rd and 4, I should say.
Well, Boone Central putting themselves in a makeable, I think, 3rd down situation, certainly manageable. That's going to be important for them the rest of the night, is to avoid those 3rd down and long situations.
3rd down and 4. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Benish. Yeah, flag comes in. Looks like Spann might have left early. That'll move him back 5 yards. Hey, folks, stick around. We got halftime coming up, brought to you in part by Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists you want to do business with. Also, by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Eric, on that play, Battle Creek was moving a lot. They were shifting around defensively, and that really threw Boone Central off and forced them to jump offsides for the illegal procedure. Now here we go, 3rd down and long, what you didn't want to have happen.
3rd and 9 after the first penalty on Boone Central tonight.
2 minutes.
This might be the quickest first half we're going to see all year. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Mistimed, they're going to go with a wide receiver pass again. They go back to Bennett, and he drops it. Sorry, that was Cade Hudson who took his eyes off the ball. Lou, I think he'd have got it.
If that ball's thrown out in front of him, I think it was set up very well. He had blockers out in front of him. The ball was a little bit short, and he had to wait on it. And, you can't blame it. It's a trick play, a throwback. He had to come back for it.
That hit him in the breadbasket.
But still should have caught it. Yeah, he'll tell you that for sure. He should have caught that one. It was set up. If he's able to gather that football in, I think that one was going to be a big gainer, maybe a touchdown.
Love the gadgetry from Boone Central. You had Hudson as the quarterback that time, and now the offense staying on the field on 4th down and 9. From the 35, here we go. Benish on the rollout. Has a man, it's caught, far sideline. 1st down Cardinals. Great throw, good route. Jaden Hageman gets 15.
Well, pretty good throw from the running back here. Benish rolling to his right. Gets his man there right on the boundary. Hageman makes a nice catch. Boone Central driving. Boy, this would be really big for the Cardinals if they can score.
The first pass completion for Broken Benish since 8th grade. 1st and 10 from the 20. Low snap again. Benish will speed option. Keeps it himself. Makes something out of it. Gets about 5. Good drive here going for Boone Central. But, Lou, a lot of those shotgun snaps have been low for Boone Central tonight.
Yeah, and that's thrown them off a couple of times. Timing is really important. Yeah, and you got to go down and gather it. That just, first of all, that takes your eyes off the defense, and it slows that play down.
Still got 5 out of it. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Battle Creek 15. Option play again, Benish. Good cutback. Bouncing off defender, still going inside the 10. Down to about the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 9. It's 1st and goal, Boone Central.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run. It looked like Benish was going to be swallowed up there. He just kept going. Gets it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Under a minute now. Boone Central's got to be smart here with the time management.
They have all 3 of their timeouts. Benish getting the call from the sideline. 1st and goal, Boone Central. Cardinals trying to get points before the half. Benish straight ahead. Didn't get there. Good strong run Brought down at the 2, Boone Central burns a timeout immediately. It'll be 2nd and goal after the gain of 4 by Benish.
Well, yeah, the push was pretty good there, but Battle Creek pushes back. Now, definitely you got to use a timeout. But this almost feels like it could be game. If you're Boone Central, you don't score here. You've lost all your momentum. If you do score here, and you certainly have that chance, that just changes the whole trajectory of this ballgame. Gives you a chance. You go ahead at halftime saying, we got a chance to win this thing.
Well, especially considering they've already come up empty in a goal-to-go situation in this game, right? So the second time doing that would be huge. If they can convert here, you got a one-score game at the half against what would be, given the situation, a heavily favored Battle Creek team at home. And with a lot of athletes, the Cardinals will feel a lot better about this heading into the half.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we just said, if you come away empty, now you've had 2 opportunities inside the 10-yard line and come away with nothing. That's tough to overcome, mentally and psychologically.
So 2nd and goal from the 2, 32 seconds, 2 timeouts for Boone Central. So time's on their side. Banish out of the gun, low snap, picks it up, angling to the end zone, doesn't get there. They'll burn another timeout after the gain of a yard. And it'll be 3rd and goal, 26 seconds.
Here's why you want to have timeouts late in the half or the end of the game, because you can run. You still have a timeout left. You can still run the football here, even if you don't make it. That'll set up a 4th down play, but you can do whatever you want to do offensively since you have that timeout in your back pocket.
That was already Benish's 13th carry tonight. It's been workmanlike, 40 yards on 13 carries. Your yards per aren't going to be great against a defense like Battle Creek, but he's going forward more often than not, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Now you need to go forward about a yard here and get a touchdown. 26 seconds to go before halftime. Again, such a big momentum situation swing. Could it go? Is it going to go Boone Central's way? Is it going to go Battle Creek's way? We'll find out here. But it feels this feels like a real big situation here the next couple downs.
Obviously going to be 4-down territory if you're Coach Mark Hudson.
I don't know that you do anything differently here if you're Mark Hudson. I think you continue to pound the football and try to push Battle Creek backwards.
If it's a normal situation, you're handing it off to Benish here, right?
Right.
Just snap it to him, have him go straight forward. Span will be the lead blocker. Straight ahead, Benish diving forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Boone Central. The Cardinals have new life. An impressive drive capped off by Brogan Benish's first rushing touchdown of the year.
One of the big plays in that drive was Benish throwing the pass completion on 3rd down to Hegeman. And here's the touchdown. It's just bully ball right there. Mano a mano, 2 big, strong offensive line against defensive line. And that time, Boone Central gets that yard they needed, and they're right back in the ballgame.
Jacob Weeder on to attempt the extra point. 1 for 2 on PATs this year. This one is just good. And with 23 seconds to go in the half, it's a 1-possession game, 13-7 Battle Creek. This is News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Region 4 Behavioral Health, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Well, how's this for irony? Brogan Benish gets his first rushing touchdown of the year as a quarterback. He does it to cap off an impressive drive and get Boone Central back into this thing. It's 13-7. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Here's Pocop. Look out. Flag is down. This one might be coming back. Couple of flags.
Yeah.
That will erase what was an impressive return of 26 yards by Aiden Pocop.
That somebody tore open a package of handkerchiefs. They just all over the place.
Yellow everywhere. You know, I've never had a chance to. I've always wanted to throw a flag.
Yeah.
It seems fun.
They're weighted. Certainly in Nebraska, they have to be weighted because otherwise they'd blow to the next county.
Well, sure, yeah, especially this week. So the penalty, a block in the back on Battle Creek, 4 penalties on the Braves in the first half.
Races a pretty good return. I'm not sure they would have done much anyway with 18 seconds. You're probably going to, you're certainly now backed up. You're going to run the football and get to halftime with a 6-point lead.
Keeping it on the ground, straight ahead, churning forward, fighting for extra yards. That's a first down, gain of 11. And the offensive line and the combination of these strong runners, that's Narodzik. Just, you feel like they can point to a spot on the field and just run it there.
Well, I think if you're Battle Creek, you feel pretty good about what you've been doing. They're really running the ball at will against Boone Central.
No snap before the end of the half. Huge drive to end the quarter, and we got ourselves a ball game at the break. 13-7, Battle Creek with the lead. Halftime show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Albion Thriftway. Shop local today at Albion Thriftway. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill. Nothing but good times at the Jay and Albion. And by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further.
The entire Highland Oaks staff extends their gratitude for your participation in the 2023 Highland Oaks Farmers Tournament in Ponca, Nebraska. Your dedication and commitment make events like these possible, and we are truly grateful. We tip our hats and extend a warm-hearted thank you to all the sponsors and all our farmers and ranchers who've kept the Midwest spirit alive. Your time, sponsorships, and partnerships are valued and very much appreciated. Thank you from all the staff at Highland Oaks Golf Course.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Stanton County and Elkhorn Rural Public Power Districts, your energy supplier. Northeast Machine and Manufacturing, enhancing your projects and strengthening our community. And by Stealth Broadband, your home for fast, reliable, and affordable high-speed internet service.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Home health care is a variety of services that are offered in a patient's home, wherever that patient defines their home, whether it be a nursing facility, assisted living, memory care, adult daycare, group home, and it's skilled services that are provided, which can be by a nurse, a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, a social worker, or a certified nurse's aide.
Yes, I would recommend Faith Home Health Care, simply because they make it easy for you to stay in your home. And they come with the supplies. You don't have to come up with anything. They bring everything with them. And they're friendly and kind and clean up after themselves. They don't ever leave a mess.
Anybody can qualify for home health, from a newborn all the way up to people greater than 100 years old.
My name is Harriet, and I really enjoy the services that Home Health Care has given me.
Well, is it a bad moon rising for Boone Central? We'll see. A great drive at the end of the first half has them down 13-7 to Battle Creek. Lou Siefker, do you play pickleball?
You know, I've watched it played, and I have wanted to play. I have never had the opportunity to actually play.
Well, here's a reason to play. You've got the Kearney Sportsplex coming to Kearney, owned by the city of Kearney, opening next spring. They're going to have 4 pickleball courts in a 9,000 square foot area. A track around it as well so folks can work out, but also spectator seating on the pickleball court so they can watch you play pickleball. Lou, how would you think folks would be impressed with your pickleball prowess?
I have done comedy, and I would say if you want to see something funny, come watch me play pickleball. That'd be pretty funny.
Well, don't worry, it's kosher dill pickleball as well. That's the Kearney Sportsplex. That's going to be coming next spring. They'll be hosting all kinds of local, regional events. Already booked a lot. They've got wrestling tournaments, volleyball tournaments, and yes, pickleball tournaments coming to Kearney next spring. That's the Kearney Sportsplex. 13-7, Battle Creek with a lead. More football next on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Use Safe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Use Safe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks that you are considering apart from each other? At Boone County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is our flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, and agriculture needs to make your dreams a reality. Our lenders have both the practical experience and product knowledge to ensure your solution is a perfect match for your needs. Boone County Bank, here to help you grow.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Halftime here in Albion, Battle Creek 13, Boone Central 7. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lou, in terms of time of possession, statistically, a lot of dominance from Battle Creek side, but Boone Central has been able to make plays when they need them. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Battle Creek's first drive extended on that muff pump, and Lou, Battle Creek will take advantage of a short field more often than not.
Yeah, absolutely. Very powerful running game. They just right up the middle there. get off to a great start with the poke-up 1-yard run.
Meanwhile, bizarre play here gives Boone Central a short field after the fumble eventually finds its way into the arms of Cade Hudson, the sophomore, but Boone Central, who can't take advantage. Battle Creek's defense comes up huge.
Yeah, this might come back to haunt Boone Central, but credit the Braves in their defensive unit. Very good already this year, and they keep the Cardinals out of the end zone on that one.
Big Dawson Amick the stop there. Then look at this scramble. Wow. Jackson Metler getting it done on a pass play, turns it into an 11-yard running play. That capped off a 97-yard touchdown drive, but Boone Central making some nice passing plays to extend the drive, and then just before the half, Lou Brogan-Benish in from 1 yard out. Cardinals make this a ball game.
Well, you see the touchdown, and you would think, okay, that's Brogan-Benish scoring a touchdown running the football. That's what they do. But one of the big plays on that drive was a 3rd down and 6 pass to pick up the first down by Benish to Hageman. So, Boone Central finding some things offensively. We've seen some trick plays. We've seen the kind of the end around, the flanker pass. We've seen some things, and I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to continue to kind of open up the playbook and do what they can. But the fact that Benish has been able to complete some passes, especially in a situation like a 3rd and long, to keep that drive going, that bodes well for the Cardinals.
Battle Creek, 162 yards of offense, 151 of that coming on the ground. How about Boone Central, 50-50 essentially offensively? The problem is it's not yet to 100. 43 yards rushing, 44 passing, 87 yards. A lot of that having to do with the fact that Boone Central just didn't have the ball much in the first half. 13-7, we'll take a look at some other scores from around the area next. You're watching the Halftime Show on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself. And within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything. And I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Region 4 Behavioral Health, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Albion Thriftway. Shop local today at Albion Thriftway. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill. Nothing but good times at the Jay in Albion. And by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further.
At Faith Regional Physician.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Stanton County and Elkhorn Rural Public Power Districts, your energy supplier. Northeast Machine and Manufacturing, enhancing your projects and strengthening our community. And by Stealth Broadband, your home for fast, reliable, and affordable high-speed internet service.
Halftime here in Albion. Boone Central trailing Battle Creek 13-7 at the half. Let's take a look at some other scores of note for these two teams. We talked about Norfolk Catholic. They beat Boone Central last week. Huge win last night over North Bend Central, 62-13. The final there. The Knights had 56 at the half and rolled against the Tigers. One of Boone Central's future opponents, Centura, shut out by Amherst at home last night, 15-0. Some other scores from around the area tonight. Cross County and Superior tied 6-6 at the half. Grand Island Central Catholic is in Hershey tonight. They've got a 17-0 lead over the Panthers due GICC. Ord hosting O'Neill. They've got a 14-6 lead on the Eagles, does Ord at the half. St. Paul leading Broken Bow 20-14 at the half. One of the teams we talked about to watch in Class C2, Oakland Craig, 27-0. They lead Tacoma Herman, that one just going to the half. Another team to watch in C2, Bishop Newman. They're up on West Point Beamer 40-6. That game just now in the third quarter. But Lou, we talk about the Oakland Craigs, the Norfolk Catholics of the world. These are two teams that at full strength, I think, could at their best be there with the contenders. Certainly Battle Creek's offensive line has shown they will be a team that will be difficult to stop by anybody this season.
Yeah, it's, you know, they showed me a lot there, Battle Creek did. You talked about their offensive line, and they're big, they're strong. I like how they run the football with their backs. You've got a couple real strong backs, and you got a guy like Metler who has some shiftiness. They ran the ball kind of at will at times against Boone Central here tonight, which is very impressive. And I like this Battle Creek team. Boone Central as a team, I think, they're a work in progress, but there's talent. You see the talent out here. And as this team ages and gets better and hopefully heals up and gets guys back, I look at that game, the last regular season game of the year is against Ord. That could be a really big one for Boone Central and for Ord. Ord's a good football team. So, no matter what happens tonight, I mean, maybe Boone Central comes back and wins this thing. If they don't, I still think this is a team to watch. I think they can get into the playoffs and can be a very dangerous team in the playoffs if they can, get guys healthy.
Second half underway next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
just underway, second half. Boone Central starting with the ball out across the 20. To the 22-yard line goes Jaden Hogman. So Boone Central, good drive to end the first half. They start the second half with the ball, Lou, and a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, it's almost cliche. It seems like we say it every week, how important the first possession is of the second half. But for Boone Central, it really is. You've gained the momentum. You had a nice drive. You put the ball in the end zone. You're within striking distance of taking the lead. For Boone Central, you've got to keep that mojo going. You don't want to go 3 and out. You don't want to turn it over here and lose that. If you can score here, then definitely it shifts big time Cardinals' way.
Rogan Benish cuts upfield. Solid gain on first down. First down and more. Out across the 30. First down yardage for the Cardinals on the first play of the second half. A gain of 14. Benish's longest play of the night.
Yeah, Benish good at no matter what position you put him at. I'm pretty sure he could be a good kicker. Watch the cutback and just shiftiness. Tough guy to tackle, tough guy to get a good shot on. He's strong, but he's very shifty and athletic.
Again, if you're just joining us, Boone Central, 3 different starters on offense this week, including Benish, normally the running back, in at quarterback for the injured Jacob Miller. Heard that hit up here. Dawson Amick putting the lick on Darren Dozler, the sophomore. As he got about a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9, Dozler's first carry tonight.
What is it with these young men these days that are even in the small classes? You got guys like Amick, it's 270. That's just a big fella.
Now, I've known the Amicks for quite a while.
Yeah.
Dawson Amick was always huge, even as a kid. He was you just knew as a little one he was going to be big. And it turns out he is, from an athletic family. Gain of about a yard there on second down. It'll be 3rd and 8. There's Dawson Amick's older brother Dylan, played quarterback at Midland. And his dad was a football player in college as well, and a lineman for Butler University back in the day, out of Indianapolis.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
You ever want a good time? Dave Amick has some fun college football stories. I can tell you from his playing days. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Boone Central.
Dave can tell a pretty good story.
That he can. We're going to get that wide receiver pass. We are, and it's
Complete.
caught in traffic. Span with the concentration. Out across the 45 to the 43. A gain of 20 on 3rd down.
Wow, who needs a quarterback, right? I mean, just move it around. Caden Miller, I believe that's who that was.
Yep, Miller, his second pass completion tonight.
Yeah, they're
Jade Span, his first reception of the evening.
When you got guys hurt, you just be creative. Mark Hudson and his staff are doing a great job of that, and the kids are executing.
Hudson in motion on 1st and 10. First drive of the second half. Here's Span's first carry. Battle Creek read it. Narodzik stretches the play out, brings him down in the backfield. That's a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, you got to try to stay on schedule. You've been able to hit some of those big plays. The last one was a 3rd down and long. That wide receiver pass, but good job by Battle Creek to keep that play going to the sidelines, run to the football, make the play, and force the Cardinals into the long yardage situation.
Goes as a loss of 2, so 2nd and 12 from the 45-yard line. Banish with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's been almost their base run formation tonight. Handoff goes to Dozler. He's got some room on the edge. Good cutback, but Battle Creek swarming to the ball, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be 3rd down.
Battle Creek, that looked like he was going to catch the edge. I want to say that was Thompson, Breck Thompson for Battle Creek that forced that play back inside. Let's see number 50 come into the screen. He and that was number 2 there.
Wentz in there, Metler in on the stop as
Both
well.
Guys, yep. Did a good job to force that play back inside.
The 3rd down and 8. Wanted to swing it out to the right, dropped. That pass was on the mark to Miller. Probably wouldn't have had the first down yet anyway. Metler breaks it up, so 4th down now for Boone Central.
Well, I think you're sure thinking about going for it here, aren't you, if you're Mark Hudson? 41-yard line. What do you have to lose at this point?
4th down and 8. Yeah, in that in-between area.
I mean, it looks like they're going to kick the ball.
They are in punt formation. Cade Hudson had a good punt his last time, 43-yarder. But you've got Benish as an up back. Keep an eye on that.
Watch a fake, absolutely.
High snap. Hudson does a nice job handling it, just trying to angle it toward the sideline. Pretty good punt inside the 10. This will roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So 31-yard punt. Pins Battle Creek back deep. Remember the last time they did that, Battle Creek fumbled it inside the 10.
Yeah.
So the drive stalls, but again, you said it, Lou, the creativity of the coaching staff and the execution of the players.
Yeah.
Man, you just cannot fault the effort by this Boone Central team tonight.
Yeah, certainly Coach Carlson told us right out of the gate, this is a good team. They might be missing a few pieces, but they're going to play like champions, and they've done it to this stage. Now, Battle Creek, I expect a lot of run. They ran the ball really well in that second quarter.
Their last official drive went 97 yards. This one has 90 yards of field turf in front of them, although a little bit less there as Narodzik goes up the middle for about 10. Now, Battle Creek player is slow to get up. Wyatt Narodzik, that's his 6th carry, 34 yards on the night.
Came at the end of that play.
That looks like Big Mason Planer.
Definitely 60.
Yep, that's Planer 66. Getting up under his own power. That's 265 pounds. You got to help up off the turf. Credit the coaching staff just being able to get that young man off the ground.
Got to work out to help these guys up. They're so big. But you saw that there. First down play, 9 yard. I mean, if Battle Creek continues to do that, they'll win this football game. Boone Central's got to do some gambling, I think, here. Maybe bring some run blitzes and try to slow this run game down and force Battle Creek to think about throwing the football.
Yeah, and Coach Hudson has adjusted his front because of the injuries, going with 5 down linemen tonight, had 4 last week against Norfolk Catholic. Second down and 1. Up the middle. First down and more. Narodzik across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back 9-yard carries, and the Braves move the sticks again. Here in our third quarter, brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms.
Eric, it's not like people don't know what's coming, right?
Yeah.
Battle Creek's going to run the football. And you watch where the linebackers line up for Boone Central. They're right up on the line of scrimmage.
Basically 9 in the box on first down. Good hard hit there. Still falling forward. For a gain of about 3 is Narodzik. So the first half, it was mostly Schnabel carrying the ball. Now Narodzik getting the bulk of the carries here in the second half.
Well, it's a luxury to have a couple guys like that you can interchange. The chess game now is, for Boone Central, is what do you got to do? You stopped them on 1, and you got to be able to do that like 3 times. That's been the difficulty.
Second and 7. Mettler on the read option, elects to keep it. Boy, he's quick.
Yeah.
Shifty in space. He's going to make your linebackers work. Gets out across the 35 to the 37 on a gain of 6.
You got Narodzik and Schnabel that are big, strong dudes, and then you bring the quickness at that quarterback position. We saw Mettler last year against Norfolk Catholic. Played a really good game in that one, and that was their only loss of the regular season, but it was, I believe, 24-19, if I remember correctly. Norfolk Catholic won.
Mettler, the leading rusher for Battle Creek tonight, 61 yards on 8 carries. 3rd and a yard. First down, Battle Creek, and more. Boy, the holes are just enormous. This offensive line, they are, and I caught a little bit of tape of the Aquinas game. It's not just that they're big and strong. The footwork, and look at the execution. They find their man.
Yeah.
This is just a hard line to get past.
Yeah, certainly a lot more to the game just being big and strong. And contrary to popular belief, the big fellas up front, you got to be smart to play that offensive line position. You got to know where to go and when to go there. And they've done a great job of it here. It looks like hopefully a cramp. Looks like a cramp.
Looks like a cramp. It is hot. It's, it's been staying hot, kind of sticky. Not much of a breeze. It's been so windy this week.
Usually right around, not that I'm, advocating for gifts or anything. I just had a birthday. Usually around my birthday, which is September 10th, is when the weather starts to change. It starts to be a lot more fall-like. It actually this year warmed up.
Yeah.
After last weekend, it started to get into the upper 80s every day. But the good thing is that it does, that heat kind of goes down.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a dry heat.
Yep.
At this stage of the game, and it's much more comfortable. You'll see a few cramps. It's still warm, and as you said, there is still some humidity out there, but you're not going to see the myriad of cramps you usually see in the first game when the humidity is very high.
By the way, happy belated birthday. That's right, folks. Lou Siefker, now 25 years old.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 49 for Battle Creek.
I don't even remember 25.
Got somebody jumping up front. That's going to be on Battle Creek. 5th penalty on the Braves tonight. They haven't hurt them tonight, but later in the season.
Yeah, you're going to have a game where if you keep having those sort of penalties, that'll come back and bite you. And it might tonight. They're only up 6. You're running the ball at will. And if you stay on schedule, I don't know that Boone Central can slow this offense down, this running offense.
The 1st and 15 now, back at the 44-yard line. I formation, deep back, just HB dive, rinse, repeat into Boone Central territory. Out across the 45 to the 44, gain of 12. Narodzik's runs in the second half, 9, 9, 3, 8, 12.
Wow. That's a pretty good average. How do you, how do you deal with that when it's 1st and 15 and then in one play you pick up almost all of it back?
I mean, you see the replay there. First contact coming 7, 8 yards down the field. This offensive line has just been doing work tonight.
They're dominating at the line of scrimmage, no question about it.
2nd and 3. Narodzik again, that time hit hard, able to fall forward though. Good strong run. First down yardage there. That was, I think, Spann who came in and laid the lick, but it'll be enough for a first down for Battle Creek.
Yeah, let's see who was it. Yeah, you're right. It was Spann, number 15. A good shot, but man, these backs for Battle Creek, they're so tough. They're strong. You hit them, and they still get a couple, 2-3 yards on you.
Spann played really well against Norfolk Catholic last week. Had 7 tackles, a fumble recovery, was in the backfield on a couple of plays. Good linebacker. 1st and 10 from the 41 out of the backfield. Good concentration to haul that in. The pressure by Will Roberts forced Mettler to hurry that one. Somehow Pocop still hauls it in. They get a gain of yard out of the deal.
It looked like it was pretty well set up. The pass, he had to loop it over a defender and threw it short. If Pocop catches that more cleanly, that's a better gain. But yeah, you're right. That's a heck of a catch anyway.
Goes for 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Mettler perfect, 3 of 3 through the air for 12 yards. That's all they've needed tonight so far.
That's Battle Creek's offense, so you want to be efficient throwing the ball. You're not going to throw for a lot of yards.
Up the middle that time. Boone Central says enough is enough. Jude Spann, the senior leader, stepping up, making the play. No gain. Might have even lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
And Spann got up kind of gingerly there. We'll hope he's okay.
First time tonight, Narodzik has been brought down for a loss on his 12th carry.
Yeah, get to him right away. These big backs, once they hit that hole and they get some steam ahead of them, they're tough to bring down. Spann, a nice job to get him kind of sideways, hit him, and get him off balance and get him down.
3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Mettler keeps it. Breaks through the first level, falls forward. He's going to be close. Made a great decision as Roberts had streaked into the backfield. He's going to be about a yard shy, but man, what? That's 4th down and 2, what should have been probably 4th and 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's an amazing play. I'm really impressed with Mettler.
Yeah.
He's not the biggest guy in the world, but man, he's obviously a strong kid. He got 3 guys on him, and he still almost got the first down.
Now 69 yards on 9 carries.
About a yard and a half.
4th down, about 2. No shocker here. Coach Carlson telling his offensive line to go get it for him. It's the pitch play. Ooh, look out, Boone Central ready. Narodzik breaks the tackle, still on his feet, down the sideline, hit hard, but moves the sticks for Battle Creek out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
When you watch this replay, span there for Boone Central came up behind him, and I thought for a second he might get there and knock that. Look at that, he's right behind him. Look at that, oh my goodness.
So
if
close.
Got it right on the ball, he probably might have knocked that loose, hit him on the shoulder pad. So close. And then Narodzik does what he does, and that's pick up first down.
Well, he's been a monster in the second half, 11-yard gain there. Now Battle Creek, can they finish off their second 90-yard plus drive tonight?
Wow.
1st and 10 from the 22. On play action, Mettler caught out of the backfield inside the 20. That's Casey Schnabel. Down to the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 6. It was pretty good placement. That was in traffic.
Yeah, a difficult pass, and got some big fellas coming at you. You've got to place that. It's probably not a great throw. It kind of wobbled out of there, but it went where it had to go. I almost get the feeling with Battle Creek right now that the only team that's going to stop them is them.
Yeah. Certainly that looks that way tonight. 2nd and 6. From the 18, back in the red zone, straight ahead, Narodzik. Span stops him, drives him back. Boy, Span stepping up big on this drive. He has been in on a lot of plays. Makes the stop there. It'll be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, Span's been on like every tackle, I swear, or near tackle. He almost got Narodzik there on that 4th down play.
That's one thing with Boone Central. Not just with Mark Hudson. Go back to when Arnie Johnson was the coach of this team. Great linebacker play year in and year out. 3rd down and 2. Handoff. Narodzik hit behind the first down sticks and uses the second effort to get there. That's strong running by the 190-pound senior. Gain of 4. It's 1st and goal, Battle Creek.
Another 3rd down pickup.
Man.
5 of 7 on the night on 3rd down and 1 of 1 on 4th down. They have been executing at a high level.
Sorry, it's not goal to go. They marked him down at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
Mentioned Arnie Johnson.
Yeah.
What these schools do, they got some legendary coaches, right?
Yeah.
Arnie Johnson, Bob Schnitzler, guys that have been around a long time and won a lot of football games.
Lou, you and I were there for Arnie Johnson's last game, the state championship over Ashland Greenwood, where we saw what is today, to me, still my favorite high school football player of all time, Wyatt Mazur.
Me too. Yeah, he was one of the most fun players. He was a guy that you stood up the minute he touched the football.
1st and 10 from the 11. Mettler trying to make the fans stand up, gets inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Of course, Wyatt Mazur went on to Nebraska, scored a touchdown at the Big House in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. Now Battle Creek trying to go wide. Well, if you get a cutback there, you had a lot of room, but he got too far outside. But
it was Big Dalton Young on the stop. Young, the leading tackler coming into this evening.
The 3rd quarter is going to end, Eric. This was a quick one.
That's the last play of the 3rd quarter. Ball control, the name of the game. We might be out of here by 9. 12 minutes of regulation. Football left. Battle Creek trying to finish off the drive. They're up 6. You're watching NCN.
Lay the foundation for increased harvesting capacity and a successful harvest by ordering a new John Deere combine during Landmark Implements Early Order Program. Upgrade to the latest model and maximize yield potential with advanced harvest technology. Customize your combine and secure the best discounts and financing options of the year. Contact your local Landmark Implement today to order your new John Deere combine and experience the Landmark difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. USAFE Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Well, Only 2 drives in the third quarter. A decent one by Boone Central, another long one by Battle Creek. And as we start the fourth quarter, it's 13-7. Braves with the lead and trying to finish off what would be their second 90-plus yard drive tonight.
Well, I tell you what, you get Battle Creek in bad field position, you don't see the ball again till like Thursday.
If anything, you might want to give it to him at like the 40 or something. Give yourself some time to work.
Well, this is big because if Battle Creek's able to score, we've seen how they can burn clock. That really puts a lot of pressure on Boone Central. They would be down 2 scores.
Yep.
And, the way Battle Creek has shortened this game and controlled the clock, do you get 2 more possessions? You've got to almost kind of think about scoring quickly.
So 2nd down and 8 from the 9. Battle Creek has turned it over once inside the 10 tonight. Handoff. Narodzik. Nothing. Stuffed. Driven back immediately. That's big Dalton Young. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 8.
And Dalton Young, another guy that has really been good in this game and good all season. Listed at 205. He looks bigger. He plays bigger than that.
Certainly.
He has 22 tackles and 3 tackles for losses, a sack coming into this ball game, and again been very productive on that defensive side as well tonight.
He and Jude Spann combined for 37 tackles over the first 2 games.
I think they've combined that for this quarter, I think,
Feels
or
like
the second half anyway, not this quarter.
That's an imposing pair of linebackers. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 8. Mettler on the read option, using his speed up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, he's about as good a read option quarterback as we've seen this year, Lou.
Yeah, I like his quickness. He makes good decisions. And it helps to have that experience at quarterback as a senior. But he read that perfectly, kept the football. Watch him read that defensive end there, keep the football, tuck it in and go, or tuck it in and go into the end zone. So they're going to kick the extra point and not going to try for 2 here.
2nd rushing touchdown of the year, 4th of the season. Extra point is good. And with 11:08 to go in the ball game, Battle Creek back up 13. It's 20-7. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
Fourth quarter here on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you in part by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Touchdown drives of 97 and 90 yards tonight for Battle Creek among their scoring. And now Boone Central down 2 scores. See what they can cook up with 11:02 to go. This is just the 2nd time their offense has touched the ball this half.
Yeah, that makes it tough to come back and win a game when you only get a couple of possessions. And I think obviously for Boone Central now, you've got to put together a drive. You got to get points on the board and hope you get the football back. And certainly the quicker you score, you can't, it's going to be tough to, get a one-play drive or whatever like that. But I think you've got to be fairly quick about it with the hopes that you could get the football back.
From the 21-yard line, Boone Central. They've run just 25 plays tonight. This is the 26th, straight ahead. For a few, because I believe that was Dozler at the 25-yard line.
Dozler had a nice game last week against Norfolk Catholic. We were calling him Bulldozler. Give it to the Bulldozler.
There you go. Correction, that was Hogman on the carry, though.
Uh-huh.
So gain of 4.
I still want to see Bulldozer carry it.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 6. Coming near side. This Benish was set up as a tailback. They had Cade Hudson, the sophomore, in at QB there, letting Benish play with his more natural role, and he gets first down yardage out across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he does good with that handoff. And picked up a first down for Boone Central.
First and 10 now from the 34. Out to the left side, big hit in the backfield. That's Naradzik making plays on both sides of the ball. Benish loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, the play was strung out. Just nothing there for Boone Central on that one. And Hudson just had a tough time finding anything. That's just a good job by Battle Creek to keep that play going sideways and then make the tackle.
So Hudson loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Go the fullback straight ahead. There's the Bulldozer, I believe. Nope, that's Span. Well, I'm wrong about everything. Span across the 35 to the 36. My wife's watching right now. She says, I told you so. 3rd down and 8 coming up after Span gets 3.
I would make fun of your eyesight, but, you know, I can barely read the numbers from here, so.
Of the two of us, you are the one wearing glasses, although arguably I might need them.
I'm wearing glasses and contacts, so that's a problem.
3rd down and 8. Boone Central's got to get the conversion here. On the rollout, Benish, too tall. Trying to get it to Hudson out of the backfield. Little out route. It'll be 4th down.
Well, you don't have good field position. And it is 4th and 8.
Yep.
Now, I think if you're Mark Hudson, you're thinking about going for it here because you figure you're not going to get the football back.
Right.
Or if you do, there's not going to be a lot of time. You need 2 scores. And it looks that way. It looks like they're going for it.
4th
Nope,
down.
they're going to punt.
No, they are going back into punt formation.
They're kind of tight there to the line of scrimmage. I thought for a moment they were going to go for it. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll fake it here.
So Hudson lined up to punt it away. Got Naradzik back deep. Hudson's had some good punts tonight. A pretty good one off there. Fair catch called for and made at the 31-yard line. A 33-yard punt, no return. Battle Creek now. Boy, the way they're going, they could just run the clock out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they have dominated time of possession, dominated the game on the ground. Boy, for Boone Central, if you're writing a prescription right now for them, it's a 3 and out.
Yep.
That's what you need. You need the football back, and even more so, you'd love to get a turnover here, get the short field.
Yeah, take another look. So they blew the play dead. He lost it at the end. The play had already been blown dead, so. But, yeah, a little bit of a muff there by Casey Schnabel. 1st and 10 from the 31. Battle Creek going to the air on 1st down, looking for the dagger out of the backfield. It's Pokop. Breaks the tackle.
Gone.
Giving chase is Young. He's not going to get him. Touchdown, Battle Creek.
Wow.
69 yards. What a play call for the dagger.
Well, like I said, Eric, Battle Creek needs to throw the football in this situation. Well, that's a good call because, Boone Central's assuming they're going to run the ball, run clock, and that's a good job there by Pokop. One-on-one play, makes his man miss and shows the speed for the, I think you called it a dagger. I think that's a good term in this case. Battle Creek in control now, up 19 and maybe 20 with the extra point.
Extra point up. It is no good. No, it did get through somehow. Wow, not by much, but it got it. And on the scoreboard, 27-7. Battle Creek with the lead. You're watching high school football on News Channel Nebraska.
Fields, Farms, Communities. That's Farmers Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers Pride.
Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, has several multi-specialty outreach physicians, including ear, nose, and throats, orthopedic surgery, urology, nephrology, general surgery, and pulmonology. Our physicians are all board certified. They have obtained the highest level of medical expertise in their field. Rated by our patients with a perfect 5 stars. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, offers so much care, so close to home. Located in the Fountain Point Medical Building, Norfolk.
One play, 69-yard drive. A sharp contrast to the way Battle Creek's been playing, but the end result the same. A touchdown, and they're up 20 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Out across the 20 to the 24-yard line goes Cody and Dreesen. Folks, stick around after the game. We'll take another look at our top plays. Those brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Also brought to you in part by Currency. We got more football coming up on NCN tomorrow. Regional college football. Some of you will see Doane try to get their first win of the season. Boy, they were close last week. They'll be hosting Waldorf tomorrow. And Lou, you and I will be in Wayne for a big-time D2 matchup. Wayne State playing host to the number 11 team in the country, Minnesota State, coming to Wayne tomorrow evening.
Huge game for Wayne State.
That'll be tomorrow evening, 5:50. Our coverage will start Central Time, 4:50 Mountain on NCN. Here's Benish on the keeper around the edge. Gain of about 5 or so. It'll be second down.
I think you see what Battle Creek is in this ball game. Really good defensive team, good tackling team, big, strong, runs to the ball very well, and throws it effectively when they need to throw it effectively. They didn't need to throw that, but that was a kill shot. That kind of put that game away. Medler's a guy, I maintain this. He is a very capable thrower, and that one pass play, the one play 69-yard drive is the one that really kind of put this game on ice.
Out left side, a couple more yards there for Boone Central on the ground. There's your bulldozer, Darren Dozler, the sophomore. It's about 4.
My favorite player.
Be third down and 1. Yeah, also, we're doing something kind of unique. 2 games at Seacrest Field next Thursday. We're going to have both for you. Norfolk, part of that. It'll be Norfolk against Lincoln Southeast. That's the afternoon game. Then in the evening, how about Lincoln East versus Lincoln Southwest?
Yeah.
Great rivalry game. Couple of great games.
Great games, yeah.
Brandon Axman's going to be exhausted after that. 2 football games in one day. Straight ahead for the first down goes Benish, shot across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Check out the NCN Sports tab. You can get our schedule. We've got college volleyball coming up next Tuesday as well. UNK, top 10 team of the nation. They'll be in action.
Are you telling me that there's good volleyball teams in the state of Nebraska?
Quite a few, in fact. They'll be playing Hastings College. Wayne State lost earlier today. They took on 13th-ranked Chaminade. They fell for the first time this year. Number 2 team in the country. Straight ahead goes Boone Central. Good solid running here. There's Dozler again out to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 or so.
I figured Chaminade would be just kind of in awe of the weather here and not play well, but apparently that wasn't the case. Spent a lot of time on the beaches here.
Very similar climates, Wayne, Nebraska, and Oahu. Second down and 3. Here's Benish straight ahead. That's a first down and more into Battle Creek territory. And across the 45, the 44-yard line. That is a gain of about 12 there for Brogan Benish. After the game, we'll be talking to our winning head coach. That interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism.
Well, I'm going to stick with what I just said about Boone Central. Let's get this team healthy.
Yep. And they'll be on the road next week against Wood River, at Cross County the week after that. No gain there for Dozler. In fact, a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. You got Centura. A lot of winnable games coming up for Boone Central. In fact, it would not surprise me at all if after falling to 1-2 tonight, they're 6-2 when Ord comes to town at the end of the regular season.
That will be a big one. That Ord game will be an absolute big one.
Battle Creek, meanwhile, will be back at home. Bob Schnitzler Field next week, hosting Archbishop Bergen. And then district play begins.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a meat grinder. Little option play here for Benish. Cuts up field, keeps it himself. Out across the 40 to the 39. Seems some new players rotating in for Battle Creek. That was Brett Thompson making the stop after the gain of about 4. And it'll be 3rd down and 7.
And Boone Central has been kind of hit and miss on 3rd down.
But Brogan Benish has shown, if nothing else, he is a gamer.
Oh,
Stepping in tonight to play quarterback. That was his 20th carry. Stepping up, doing what the team needs of him. He has played well tonight. He's a good one.
Yeah, outstanding player is Brogan Benish.
3rd and 7. Dozler tries the cutback, not there. It'll be 4th down. I think that was Big Dawson Amick with a stop. Loss of a yard. It'll be 4th down.
Boone Central now have missed on their last 4 3rd down opportunities. And now I think a no-brainer here. You got to go for it down.
Yeah, we'll see
20
what
points.
They do. 4th and 8. Down to 4 minutes to go in this one. This is the fastest high school football game I have ever been a part of. I hope they're ready at the Norfolk studios. Somebody tell Luke Stera to get back to the studio. We're going to need him here pretty soon.
We'll get home before supper gets cold.
4th and 8. They're going to try an end-around pass. Battle Creek ready for it that time. How about Connor Newholfen coming off the edge? Caden Miller brought down back at the 47-yard line. That is a loss of 12 on 4th down.
Got to be the shoes. Great play by Newholfen. Gets in that backfield with a loss. Boone Central now, or rather Battle Creek now, can just ice this ball game, just run the football, and get out of here with a very impressive win. I mean, come on the road at Boone Central. Any win over the Cardinals is a good win.
Look, they're not going to lose by 20 to a whole lot of teams, folks. This is impressive what Battle Creek has done tonight. This is a good Boone Central team. Battle Creek with a bit of a statement here in Albion this evening. The 47 straight ahead goes Casey Schnabel. Forward progress gets him the 46. It'll be 2nd down and 9. That was Schnabel's first carry of the second half. He carried 10 times in the first half. What a luxury that two-headed running attack is. And then, Lou, like you mentioned, you add Mettler to the mix. With that offensive line, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, good luck. You're going to need Nash Hutmacher and Ty Robinson go up against these guys.
Even them, they'd have some trouble.
Yeah.
Probably have to stunt a little bit.
We don't want that to happen during the season. I mean, maybe afterwards.
2nd down and 9. Mettler under center. Boy, he's played well tonight. Stretch play. Uh-oh. A lot of room to the outside. Oh, flag came in. This one's going to come back. Tripped up inside the 20. This is a great run that is not going to count for Casey Schnabel because of the penalty. Hey, folks, stick around after the game. We'll talk to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination, and by USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all of their customers. I suppose if there's one thing for Battle Creek you look at to clean up the penalties, they've had some costly ones tonight.
Yeah, you definitely want to clean that up.
We talked about district schedule starting for them week 5. Home against Oakland Craig right out the gate. Then it's at Cedar Catholic the next week.
Wow.
You got West Point Beamer at home. Then week 8 at Norfolk Catholic. That's the one everybody's got circled.
Yeah.
from Veterans Memorial Field in Norfolk.
Battle Creek gave Norfolk Catholic the best game they had all year last year.
You think that the guys back from last year have been thinking about that Week 8 matchup all off season? 2nd and 11 after the penalty. They give it to Schnabel. He says, fine, I'll get my yards this way. Oh,
Wow.
Look at the strong running. Just shedding defenders across the 40 to the 35-yard line, a gain of 17 for the junior fullback.
He's knocking people down, running people over. That's what these Battle Creek guys do.
He's the kind of running back that can just say no thank you to a tackle. No, I'd rather not be tackled right now, if you don't mind. To the 35-yard line, inside of 2 minutes to go. Ooh, ball dropped on the turf. I believe Boone Central has it. They do. That span with the fumble recovery. Second turnover for Boone Central tonight.
Yeah, Span saw that right away and jumped on it. Now Boone Central with a minute 42 to try to end this game on a high note.
I have to say, look, the score is not going to tell the story of this game.
No.
At all. I was impressed with what Mark Hudson, the head coach, and this staff was able to cook up for Boone Central. Just Battle Creek up front was just too dominant tonight.
Yeah, I mean, even healthy, I'm not sure you beat Battle Creek tonight the way they played.
Thinking big. It's caught inside the 35. That's Jaden Hageman down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 33, longest play of the night for Boone Central.
Yeah, Brogan Benish says, Coach, let me throw. Let me throw it downfield.
Rushing to the line. They want to get points before this game's done. Some positive momentum heading into next week. It'll be 2nd and 10. And look, who knows when Jacob Miller's coming back. Coach Hudson said it's not a season-ending thing, but you might need Benish to be your quarterback next week when you travel to Wood River.
Yeah, very likely, I think. They're expecting him to be out a week or two at least. But you never know. Young guys heal up pretty quickly.
Yeah. You know, and losing Miller, obviously lose the passing, but he's a good runner as well. That's just a lot of dynamism that you lose out of your offense.
Yeah, you kind of lose your own 1-2 punch and losing him.
2nd and 10. Benish with time, firing, end zone a bit wobbly, coming back for it. As Andreessen can't haul it in. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, all this passing, this game ever going to end?
Yeah, I think it's the first time the clock has stopped this half.
I think the clock was starting to overheat. It just kept running and running.
3rd down and 10 now at the 32. Compare this to the Norfolk-Columbus game that we did in week 1, which at this point I don't believe had even gone to the 4th quarter yet.
Yeah, that game just ended a few hours ago.
3rd down and 10. Another low snap. Benish lost it. Battle Creek had it. They lost it. Got it back.
Yep.
Fumble recovery by Battle Creek. Must be the shoes. Connor Newholfen comes out with it. And that'll about do it.
I think those shoes would make me look fast, and that's saying something. Yeah, ball loose. Newholfen had it, didn't have it, and then got it again. Now Battle Creek can run the clock out and enjoy a very impressive road victory here against the Cardinals.
There you
Love
go.
those shoes.
Here's the thing. Once you buy those shoes, I mean, if somebody else ends up with them, do you both keep the yellow shoes? I feel like only one person gets those signature shoes, right?
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I remember a few years back we did a game at Chambers Wheeler Central. They had a player, remember those red, white, and blue cleats he had on?
I do, yes,
Those were
I do.
Sharp. Stars and stripes cleats, gotta love it.
I'm all about the shoes.
That was Lou's shoe corner. So Battle Creek, boys, it's impressive. They're going to get to 3-0. Their defense has only given up 20 points this season, and through 3 games has pitched 10 of their 12 quarters shutouts. This is a team to be reckoned with in Class C2, folks. No doubt about it. They'll kneel it down one more time. Wrap this one up in Albion. Boone Central will fall to 1-2, but they will be reckoned with before this season is done. You better believe that. They will be ready to go next week at Wood River. And again, like I said, I would not be shocked at all if they do not lose again until Ord comes to town in the last week of the regular season. That's going to wrap it up. Your final score, Battle Creek impressive, 27-7 the final. Post-game show coming up. You're watching NCN.
New home on the horizon? Loan it to own it. Need a new car to keep you moving? Loan it to own it. Looking for a new adventure? Loan it to own it with Liberty First Credit Union. Liberty First Credit Union is there for every step of your journey. Anyone can join to receive low payments and fixed rates to help get you through every new milestone. When you're ready to own it, loan it through Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
From downtown to down home and everywhere in between, from across northeastern Nebraska to the Platte River Valley, Stealth Broadband is here. We're delivering fast, affordable, and reliable internet no matter where you call home. Join Stealth Broadband to experience the true power of connection. We're making rural Nebraska stronger together. Stealth Broadband, connecting you, connecting community.
Some jobs are hard work, long hours, busy days, late nights. But there's something in us that keeps us going when we know what we're doing is making a difference in someone's life. Because it's the hardest jobs that are the most important, and that pride you feel makes it more than worth the effort. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Let's get moving, Nebraska. Show us how you stay healthy and you could really make a difference. Capture these moments, whether it's a walk in the park, playing with your kids or pets, biking or swimming, or even cooking a healthy meal, and share them with us. Each week, one lucky winner will choose a school to receive a $500 donation from Medica. Join the fun and make a difference. Submit today at newschannelnebraska.com and your school could win $500. Stretch Across Nebraska, presented by Medica with News Channel Nebraska.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
You're proud of the community you live in. Taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out AshoffConstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Region 4 Behavioral Health, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
(27-7), Battle Creek gets the impressive win on the road over Boone Central. Time now for our coach's post-game interview, brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Head coach Andrew Carlson standing by with Lou Siefker. Lou?
All right, Eric, thanks a lot. Well, the Battle Creek Braves, they're big, they're physical, and they're 3-0. They get a very impressive road win tonight over the Boone Central Cardinals, 27-7. I'm joined now by Andrew Carlson, the head man. Coach, you know, it was one of those nights where you just kind of control things at the line of scrimmage. What was your takeaways from the ballgame tonight?
Well, you got to give Boone a lot of credit. You know, they came out and they kind of threw the kitchen sink at us. We saw a different defense than they've played the first 2 weeks. Trick plays, everything else that, you know, things that you try to prep for as a coach, but you can't prepare for everything, so you got to really tip your hat to them. They did a good job being creative with their injury situation and putting guys in positions and making some good things happen. But from our standpoint, the biggest thing, like I told the team, was, you know, we just stayed steady. You know, things weren't going maybe as smooth as we wanted at times, but we just stayed the course and kept playing and really did a good job communicating up front. On offense, I thought we did an excellent job of picking guys up with a look that we weren't prepared for. But, you know, it was a good win for us. We showed a little bit of grit there, and that's important.
Well, they had you a couple of times pinned inside the 10-yard line, but you were able to take 90-yard drives. That really starts up front, doesn't it, with the big guys?
No doubt. We got a great group of guys up front, and they showed that tonight, and they've showed that previous weeks, too. I mean, we lean on them. They're hammers for us, and it's helps our team be what we are.
Well, defensively, you gave up a play here, a play there, but only 7 points on the scoreboard. You mentioned they threw a lot of different things at you. What were you guys able to do, and how were you able to kind of settle down and control that game and keep them out of the end zone?
Well, you know, I thought that for the most part we were pretty assignment sound. We did, like I said, have a bust on a trick play, but they got a big splash play on that allowed them to score at the end of the first half. But the biggest thing, we were assignment sound. We tackled okay. I think there's some, but you got to also give them some credit. They have athletic kids that made plays. But we kind of, for the most part, kept the roof on top and didn't allow them to make too many big splash plays on us.
Well, the game, it was 20-7, and I think the entire world thought you guys were going to run the ball, run the clock out. You threw a pass and scored a touchdown. What was your thought process on that? And that certainly, I think, speaks that you trust your quarterback a lot.
Yeah, we absolutely do trust Jackson. He's played a ton of football over the last 4 years, and Coach Lade dialed that up. We kind of had seen something earlier in the game where we thought we may be able to hit a leak out of the backfield, and it opened up, and he threw a great ball, and Aiden made a great catch and great run, and the rest is history.
Tough schedule ahead, Coach. What are some of the things you're looking at maybe getting better on? I assume penalties tonight were probably not where you like them.
Absolutely, that's one thing we track, and that's something we've struggled with mightily all season. We got to clean things up. It's going to kill us in a big game, in a tight game. We got to clean that part of it up, and that's something we're going to keep focusing on. Other than that, we just got to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing, you know, stay healthy.
Absolutely. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on a big win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for the coverage. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Andrew Carlson, the head man of Battle Creek. Jackson Metler, come on in. Jackson, the quarterback, the winning quarterback tonight. First of all, you know, one of the things you guys do so well is just that power running game, and it seems like you're kind of the curveball to the fastballs that you throw over and over again. Talk a little bit about your run pass options and some of those quarterback draws and how that affects your offense as a change up to that running game. That's the power running game.
You know, our linemen, they're just dudes all around. I mean, we can run behind them all game, have no problem, and they set up our outside run really well, and that's what we started the game out, and that just sets up our inside run from quarterbacks. So that just, it's everything plays into each other, and that starts on the offensive line, and it's just really good to have those guys with the experience they have and everything that they do for us.
We had a couple touchdown runs, and then that touchdown pass we just talked to Coach about. What did you see in that play, and how was that able to work so well?
The first one, I think it was supposed to be a pass, but I mean they did a really good job all night covering our play action passes all night. So it was more of just in the moment, you see it go, and then the rest of the game, I mean, it was just dial up where read plays and everything just opened up, and I saw it and just hit it. And yeah, it was really good all night. I mean, my running backs did a great job of selling everything we did and just carrying everything out and setting me up. So it's a team game, and I thought we executed every aspect of it.
Well, I joked with you on the way over here about telling Coach to throw the ball about 30, 35 times. You said we don't need to do that. We got the big guys up front. How much luxury does that give you as a quarterback to know that, I saw you guys a few times, it was like 3rd down and 7 or whatever, and you run the ball and pick up a first down. That sets up so many things for you guys offensively, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think at least 3 or 4 of those dudes on the line have started 3 or 4 years for us. I mean, this is either the 4th or 3rd year starting for us. And tonight we got Connor Hardeman back, so that was a big gain for us. I mean, he's a good football player, but I mean, we got 5, 6 guys that we can rotate in at any time that are just big, athletic, strong dudes that move people around for us, and they just open up holes all night long. And I mean, even on pass pro and stuff like that, I mean, they do a great job of giving me a beautiful pocket all night, and it's just, I can't express how grateful I am for them.
Well, now Boone Central, they're kind of young, they're kind of beat up, still a very good opponent. Coming on the road and getting a win like this, what does that mean for you guys as you head forward, as we talked about a very difficult schedule ahead?
I mean, they started the season off hot. I mean, they took down a good Cedar team. I mean, they're going to turn around, I know, at Cedars, but they took them down, and they played Norfolk Catholic a lot tougher than that scoreboard showed. I mean, they're a physical team. I mean, they got good athletes, and I think they're just trying to find the right places to place their pieces, I guess. And so I think they're physical, they're strong, they're athletic. I mean, that's just the recipe for a good football team. And I mean, they got the history of winning state last year, and just they're a good football team. Don't let scoreboard score say anything different about how good they really are.
You guys 8-1 in the regular season last year, and then got knocked off the first round in the playoffs. What's the motivation, and what are the expectations for you as a senior for this ball club as you navigate this year?
Last year just left a sour taste in our mouth for sure. I mean, we had every aspiration to win state or at least get there, but that got cut short. And so this year it's the same goal, and we worked twice as hard, I'd say, in the weight room and all summer just to get to a place in position where we're gonna be in every game. We're gonna fight. Expectations for this year, I mean, for sure state again, but just take every game with a grain of salt. I mean it's senior year, so we're gonna take each game, just live in it for a little bit. We're obviously gonna play hard, but for us seniors, it's our last year, and I mean we wanna leave our impact on Battle Creek for sure.
Well, Jackson, I think you guys have a great chance to have a great season. You guys certainly have a very good quarterback, and he was the player of the game tonight. Congratulations on that and being our player of the game and getting the win here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Jackson Metler, our player of the game. Eric, let's go back to you.
85 yards passing, 81 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and the best mustache we've seen on News Channel Nebraska television this year. Nice job, Jackson Metler. Our player of the game brought to you in part by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. Also brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all of their customers. 27-7 the final. Let's take a look at your top plays, brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there is a difference. Gorgeous night for football. Battle Creek and Boone Central playing for just the 3rd time in the last 11 years. A rivalry renewed in Albion. Battle Creek stopped on their first drive, but Boone Central muffing the punt. It's fallen on by Aiden Wentz, and Boone Central gives the ball back to Battle Creek inside the 10. The Braves able to finish it off from there. In from 1 yard out is Aiden Pocop, and Battle Creek takes the lead 1-0. Battle Creek with the ball again inside the 10. Bizarre play here. Jackson Metler just loses the football. It volleyballs all over the place, eventually finds its way into the arms of Caden Miller of Boone Central. The Cardinals now with a short field, but Battle Creek's defense comes up with the stop. That's Dawson Amick wrapping up Brogan Benish bringing him down on fourth down. Battle Creek up 7-0 after one. Second quarter, Battle Creek, a 97-yard drive capped off by this incredible scramble by Jackson Metler, the signal caller, in from 11 yards out. Battle Creek extends their lead 13-7, but Boone Central's not done. Short-handed, they've got Benishin, who's essentially their third-string quarterback. Normally their tailback. They use him as a tailback there. That's his first rushing touchdown of the year. And Boone Central back within 6. It's 13-7 at the half. But second half, Battle Creek really controlled the ball. They had a 97-yard drive. This finished off a 90-yard drive. Metler's second rushing touchdown tonight, about half a gritty as well, as Battle Creek extends their lead at 20-7. And don't be fooled, Battle Creek can throw it as well. Here's the dagger Metler on a rope to Pocop. His second touchdown tonight. He'll take it 69 yards to the house. Boone Central just trying to get something done late in the game. They do move the ball a little bit late in the fourth quarter. Again, they were short-handed tonight. They'll be back after tonight. Banish showing he can get it done through the air a little bit. Nice 33-yard gain here to Jaden Hageman. But last chance, ball loose, turned over, picked up by Connor Newholfen of Battle Creek, and that sews it up. The Braves improve to 3-0, getting an impressive win on the road, 27-7, your final. And those top plays brought to you in part by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. That'll about wrap things up. Don't forget, college football tomorrow, regional coverage. We've got Doane taking on Waldorf. Wayne State playing host to number 11, Minnesota State. Check newschannelnebraska.com for the games and times in your area. But tonight, Battle Creek gets the win 27-7 from a broadcast partner, Lou Siefker. Connor Luby in the truck and the entire NCN Sports crew. I'm Eric McKay. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.